Hello, and welcome to Gentle and Clear English. Here, you will have great experiences with real stories in a clear, slow, and educational way about everyday life in America and around the world. So, enjoy, relax, and learn. In the world of international politics, gifts are more than just kind gestures. They often carry meaning, strategy, and sometimes controversy. Today, we are going to explore a story that has surprised many people around the world. It is the story of a luxurious airplane. Not just any airplane, but a Boeing 747-8 jet worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And it was given as a gift. The country of Qatar gave this airplane to the United States of America. Yes, a full-size, luxurious airplane, free, as a gift. But why? Why would one country give such an expensive and valuable plane to another country, especially a powerful one like the United States? What is the real reason behind this gift? What happened after the U.S. accepted it? And why are many people, even in the American government, now questioning this decision? Let's go step by step and uncover the full story behind the gifted jet. It all began with a decision made by the government of Qatar. Qatar is a small but very rich country in the Middle East. It has one of the highest incomes per person in the world. Its wealth comes mainly from oil and natural gas. The country is ruled by a royal family known as the House of Thani. The royal family owns many luxurious things, including private airplanes. One of those airplanes was a Boeing 747-8. It was specially designed for the royal family. It is not like a normal passenger plane. This plane has bedrooms, a private office, lounges, a kitchen, bathrooms with gold details, and even a meeting room. It is like a flying palace. But for some reason, the royal family no longer needed this particular airplane. So instead of selling it or using it for something else, they decided to give it away. And they chose to give it to the United States. The United States did not immediately accept the plane. There are rules in place that prevent the government from just accepting gifts from foreign nations. These rules are meant to protect the country from foreign influence and corruption. But after some discussion and review by the Pentagon, which is the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense, the government decided to accept the gift. This decision surprised many people. After all, a plane like this is not cheap. Some experts say it is worth over $400 million. Even used, it would cost a lot to maintain, operate, and modify. And the U.S. was not expecting to receive such a gift. According to the Pentagon, the plane will be used for official government missions. There are rumors that it could serve as a temporary replacement for Air Force One, the aircraft used by the President of the United States. However, the White House has not confirmed this. The decision to accept the plane has created a wave of reactions. Some people say it is a smart move. After all, the U.S. received a valuable asset without paying for it. But others are not so sure. They worry about the message this gift sends. They also worry about security. Let's explore these concerns more closely. One major concern is safety. The plane was built for another country. It may have different systems, different wiring, and different security features. Some experts worry that the plane could have hidden devices or software that could be used. FOA spying. Before the U.S. can safely use the aircraft, it would need to be carefully checked and modified. That process could cost a lot of money, possibly even more than the value of the plane itself. Another concern is political. The United States has a law called the Emoluments Clause. It says that American officials cannot accept gifts from foreign governments without the approval of Congress. This law is there to prevent corruption and foreign influence. Some lawmakers say that accepting the jet may violate this law. Others say the plane is not a gift to one person, like the president, but to the government as a whole. And because it is going to be used for official purposes, they believe it is legal. But the debate is not over yet. The situation became even more controversial when reports suggested that the jet might be used by former President Donald Trump. Trump is currently running for office again. If he wins, he might fly on this jet that has made some people even more uncomfortable. Critics say that accepting the plane now could be a way to help Trump in the future. Senator Chuck Schumer, a Democrat and one of the top lawmakers in the U.S., said that the plane should not be used. He and others are proposing laws to block the use of the aircraft, at least until all the questions about its safety and legality are answered. But supporters of the gift say that this is just politics. They argue that the plane is a generous and practical gift from a longtime ally. Qatar and the U.S. have had a strong relationship for many years. The U.S. military has a large base in Qatar, and the two countries often work together on defense and diplomacy. From this point of view, the plane is just another example of cooperation between friendly nations. In fact, Qatar has said that the donation was made with full transparency and with the goal of supporting the U.S. government. So who is right? Is the plane a generous gift or a dangerous political tool? It depends on how you look at it. From one side, accepting a $400 million plane for free seems like a smart financial move. The U.S. gets a luxurious, long-range aircraft that it can use for important missions. If the plane is modified correctly, it could be used for travel by top officials. It could even help reduce the pressure on Air Force One, which is currently being replaced with newer models. But on the other side, this gift creates questions. Will it cost more to modify than it's worth? Can the plane be trusted? Will it create political problems inside the U.S.? And what does it mean for the future of relations between Qatar and America? The answers are not simple. Let's go back to the beginning of the story and look deeper into the key parts. The Boeing 747-8 is a special aircraft. It is one of the largest passenger planes in the world. But the version given to the U.S. is not a regular model. It is a private, custom-made aircraft designed for royalty. The inside is not filled with hundreds of passenger seats. Instead, it has private spaces, like a hotel in the sky. There is a master bedroom, guest rooms, showers, and meeting areas. Everything is decorated with luxury materials. Photos of the inside of the plane have been shared online, and people are amazed. It looks more like a flying mansion than a government jet. This kind of luxury is rare, even for world leaders. The airplane was sitting unused in Europe. For several years, it had not flown. It was well maintained, but it was not being used. In early 2024, the Qatari government decided to offer it to the U.S. The exact reason is not public, but many believe it was a diplomatic gesture, a way to strengthen the relationship between the two countries. The timing is also interesting. The U.S. is in the process of replacing its Air Force One aircraft. The current planes are old. New versions are being built, but they are delayed. They might not be ready until 2027 or later. So perhaps this gift could help fill the gap. Still, accepting the plane raises questions about cost. Just because the jet was a gift doesn't mean it's free to use. Experts estimate that it could cost hundreds of millions of dollars to inspect, rewire, repaint, and upgrade the aircraft to meet American standards. That includes advanced communication systems, anti-missile defenses, and secure technology. The Air Force says that no decision has been made yet about how the plane will be used. It is currently parked and waiting for further instructions. Engineers and security teams are likely inspecting it carefully before any modifications begin. Meanwhile, the political debate continues. Some people see this as another example of how foreign gifts can cause trouble in Washington. They say it shows how complicated relationships between countries can be. Even a gift, something that is usually simple and positive, can become a source of conflict and confusion. Others say that this is all being exaggerated. They argue that countries have been giving each other gifts for centuries. In the world of diplomacy, it is a normal part of building relationships. The plane, they say, is just a very big and fancy version of a gift. No matter how you view it, the story of the gifted jet is fascinating. It combines politics, diplomacy, money, technology, and even luxury. It shows how one airplane can become a symbol of many things: friendship, controversy, and power. And in the end, it leaves us with an important question. What does a gift really mean when it flies at 40,000 feet? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next story.